Oh, wow. What can I say? Well, hello and welcome. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to make this channel yet, but I know what I'm going to base it around. Something beautiful, some kind of really adventurous, dangerous, intriguing art. That is. Photography. But more specifically, landscape photography. Now let me tell you some things about myself. Well, my name's Josh Andrew Taylor, but I just go with Josh Andrew because Josh Andrew Taylor or Josh Taylor doesn't sound as good. So Josh Andrew it is for this channel. I'm 18 and I've been doing landscape photography for the past 2 years, and from when I was 16 my photography skill was about that, and now I'd say it's about that. I have vastly grown my skill. I've self-taught myself to almost the maximum level, I'd say. There isn't much more I can learn. There are some other things I can do, like I haven't done any lightning photography or any astrophotography, but astrophotography, that's a whole other thing. Lightning photography, I rarely ever get any lightning storms here down in North Devon, which is where I am. There's not really any British photographers in North Devon, so I guess that's kind of a plus side for me, as there's no one else shooting these locations really. I've tried to do this sort of thing in the past, but I've made one video and then just stopped. At first I tried to do it in 2017, but the video was absolutely terrible. I didn't know hardly anything about photography. I don't know who would ever watch it. And then I tried to do it in 2018 again. That video is on this channel, but I privated it because it's just as bad really. And it's basically, I'm going to reshoot the video, the topic of the video, which was you don't need professional equipment to be a professional photographer. And it's true, it's really true. But I just need to reshoot it and do it a lot better, because now I'm a lot better. I've mostly self-taught myself, but I gotta say, I'm most influenced by this person. You probably know him if you're watching my video, Thomas Heaton. He kind of inspires me to go out and do stuff and do photography and everything, and he's also inspired me to make this channel now, because he's just made a video, you can go check it out right there, and he's talked about YouTube really, and how to do it, and what it's like to be a YouTuber really. So yeah, he really inspired me. I mean, he inspired me in the past to make those 2 other videos and try and do this channel twice before, but this time I really think I'm going to stick to it, because I've seen now, and he also talked about this in his video, that he didn't get big until he became a YouTuber. So I need to make a YouTube channel to grow my photography, because otherwise it's going to be extremely hard to grow my photography. I mean, I post almost daily on Instagram. I only have 87 followers, and I gotta say my photos are fairly good. I'm not being too cocky, but yeah, they're not the greatest. I know I can do better, but the circumstances just don't come around down here really. It isn't as beautiful as Lake District, I would say. I'd love to live in the Lake District where Thomas Heaton lives, or near that area, and go Scotland all the time. I'm going on a Scotland trip in September though, so that will be super fun. Stick around for that, because I'm sure we're going to do plenty of videos on that. Although, yeah, I've got to talk about the future of the channel. One unique thing about my channel will be I will constantly have a cameraman, which is quite rare, because usually other channels, they have the odd cameraman, or they just film themselves. And you got to have something unique these days, and I suppose that's going to be my unique selling point. But some occasions I might not be able to get that person to help me out, so I will have to film by myself really. And yeah, I just got a new phone actually, the Samsung Galaxy S7, that's my old phone, S10e. So yeah, it's the latest Samsung phone, but it's also the budget latest Samsung flagship phone. But that's what I'm recording on now. We're doing 4K. And yeah, it's got a load of new settings that my old phone didn't have. Plus, my old phone was cracked. The camera was cracked and it was just falling apart. The camera had loads of dust spots on it and it was terrible. But now I've got a major upgrade and I needed something else to record myself with. Because obviously, I can't. I tried it in the past. I tried to record on this baby. Like vlogging. But obviously, I can't do it while I'm trying to take photos as well, you know. So yeah, I guess this is a good point to talk about my gear. So basically we've got this, what do you call it? It comes with the gear. It comes with the camera, you know. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, this is the Canon zoom lens EF-M 15 to 45mm 1.3. So it's a fairly good lens. You know, it does your wide angles while also doing your mid range. So it's fairly good. The only problem is the crop sensor, obviously, and you know I can't afford a full frame right now. So it's about 18mm it goes. So yeah, Canon M50 came on the market last year. I picked it up for about, was it £400? I got it about £200 off. It's usually about 600, I think. But I'm here to talk about, really, you don't need the most expensive equipment. You don't need all this, you know, Canon Mark 4 or 5 or whatever. You don't need it all. You just need a camera, really, and an okay lens. I mean, this lens probably about 200 quid, maybe 300. I don't know, but you get lenses out there for 1,000 plus, even more than that, and the difference is minimal, to say the least. It's just not worth it unless you have a load of money to, you know, spend on photography. But it's just not worth it. So for now, I'm sticking with budget lenses, and I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna buy myself a mid-range, like £500-600 lens in the future once I get a bit more money. But this does the job right now. 24 megapixels. You know, it's, if you zoom in, you are going to get a bit of, you know, pixelation and a bit of noise. I mean, I guess that's one bad thing about crop sensors. Well, there's plenty of bad things, but there's a lot more noise on these, unfortunately. And yeah, so that's my camera. Does the job. Brilliant. Trouble is, I've got a video micro, a Rode video micro, but it doesn't work on the phone with the normal wire, so I had to buy this SC7 adapter for the Rode to work in my camera, my phone, sorry. And loads of people were saying it doesn't work with Samsung, it only works with Apple. So I took a chance, spent like 10 quid on this, and it worked, luckily, it worked. My phone thinks it's a headset for some. I got 3 lenses, Canon lenses. So I bought this baby, a bit dusty now because I haven't used it, I'll tell you why in a minute. I needed a really wide angle lens, because obviously that's 18mm cropped in, and this would be about 13, because it's 10 to 18mm. So I got this, picked it up, it's like one of the most widest Canon lenses, and this was like 200 odd pounds, I think, and bought it off Amazon, and it was fairly good, you know, until I was in the New Forest and then I tripped over in a bog and fell face first into mud. My camera was submerged in it. Somehow, you know, I ripped off my shirt, wiped all the mud off. The camera managed to survive, I don't know how, but unfortunately this did not. It's not smashed or anything. I bought a repair kit the other day, but it's got compensation inside of the lens, so every photo I take is obviously going to be smudgy because there's something inside the lens, and I need to get in there, but I haven't got anything small enough to unlock the screws. Another thing I have is the cheapest Manfrotto tripod. It's still 35 quid, but it's Manfrotto, I guess, paying for the brand. But it does the job. What can I say? I'm fairly heavy myself, so I need really lightweight stuff. Being over 100 pounds overweight, and it's just kind of weird. I'm probably the only landscape photographer who is obese. Can't help it. I have a really slow metabolism. I'm really working hard. I've been working for about 4 years trying to lose more weight. I've lost about 1.5 stone this year. But it's extremely hard. If any of you have tried to lose weight before, you know how hard it is. So yeah, that's my tripod. It does the job. It should be a bit more heavier actually, because in the wind it gets blown. Another thing I have, this is not necessary, is a GoPro. Just, to get some cool shots. Maybe of me driving and stuff. My hair needs a cut. So yeah, just driving, maybe do a bit of walking when I can't quite get the shot or the cameraman's not available. I guess I'm going to do what's in my bag as well. So 10,000 milliamp battery charger. Just charge up my phone because it's not got a great battery. You need it. Get one. Don't judge me if I don't have a lens cap on any of my stuff. It's probably because it's all dirty. It's all hairs all over it. I don't use this very often actually. Got this baby. This is essential. This is a telephoto lens. Goes to 55 to 250. One of the cheapest ones on the market of Canon. They got a cheaper one. They got one that sells for £85, I think. You can find it for that low. That's a 75 to 300. It's a fairly old lens. Not very good. This is a bit better. This was about £100, 100 odd pounds. I don't know. Can't remember. But bought it from China from some website where I get most of my camera stuff for like £200 off. As you can see, it came broken, which I was a bit annoyed about that. But I mean, it's not affecting the use of the lens in any way. It's not broken or anything. It's fine. I just can't put a lens cap on it, so I got to be careful with the glass. And another thing you need if you have an M camera like me, the mounts are a slightly different size, so you're going to need an adapter. Don't get the Canon adapter because it's so expensive. Just get this cheaper one. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's a lot cheaper, and this just adapts the normal lenses to the slightly smaller mount on the M lenses, on the M bodies, I mean. So yeah, I got this bag. It's got all these compartments inside of it, as you can see, so I can slot all my stuff in. This is about 40 quid off Amazon. It's a bit small. I didn't think it would be this small, and I can just barely adjust these to fit me. So yeah, I've got a couple of filters in here that I don't use right now because these are for the wide angle, which I can't use right now. I'm going to have to get round to buying another repair kit, but I already spent about 10 quid on that repair kit, and I don't have a lot of money. See, I've just got a few essentials in this pocket, like headphones. They're not essentials, but I got a cloth for cleaning my lenses, some sanitation cream for washing my hands. I got this drone. Don't use this drone anymore. It's kind of shit. I bought it for about £100. Retail, it's about £300. It's the Adobe Zero Tech. It's just not very good. The quality is terrible. But I mean, in the future, I want to invest into a DJI drone. So that's kind of what I have in the bag. I've got a couple of filters for the lens I use now on my camera. Just like an ND 8-stop filter and a polarizer. That's essentially what you need. You don't need a graduated filter because you can get away with it on like Photoshop or something if you have a really blown out sky and then you got It's just a high dynamic range. You can get away with it on Photoshop if you do 2 exposures. So I guess that's really it for all my gear. I just wanted to show you off all my gear before I start making videos. Because we're going to go out in a few days and we're going to shoot our first video, me and my mate. I've got a stabilizer, which I should have brought in here actually. I got a stabilizer like that. So yeah. And this phone has super stabilization, but I'm not going to use it because it kills the quality, and it can only shoot 1080p 30 FPS with the super stabilizer. It's got a normal stabilizer on it, and we've got the stabilizer, so it should be fairly good. And I just needed a cameraman. We were out the other day. We went to this place called Moor Point. You would only know it if you live in North Devon. It's this beautiful point where you can see the sunset, and it's got rigid rocks. I'll put a few photos on the screen right now of it. But it's beautiful, and we went there 3 times, and went there 3 times at like 9 o'clock to try and get this one shot, about an hour walk, just to try and get the sunset there. The first time failed because the clouds were completely blocking the sun. Second time, the clouds weren't quite blocking the sun. I got some good photos of that actually. There was this little slit, and the sun was there, and then the sun just dropped behind those clouds. So it came out for a bit, and it hit these lovely foxgloves, and it was beautiful. So that was sort of a success. And then we went back for a 3rd time, and we finally got the shot that I wanted. I mean, it's not quite what I wanted. I kind of want to go back there a 4th time. And then we had a talk on the 3rd night, and I said to Aaron, this is the cameraman, I said, you know, I really should be recording these days out. I mean, it would have been really fun for like 3 videos, and it could have been like a good video title like keep going and you'll get success, you don't always get the shot, or something like that. No, and then I said it's just really hard when you got to record and then take photos, and then record, take photos, take it. And I said to him, I can't record with anything else. I don't have the GoPro's shit audio. My phone terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's cracked and everything. And he said, well, why don't I be your cameraman? It's like, yeah, I suppose, but I don't have an adapter for the mic. So, and my phone's shit. And I said, oh yeah, my phone contract ends next month. I can just pick up a new one now. And I get the new adapter. And I got the stabilizer. It's like, it's perfect. I know I'm not going to get a lot of views on this video, if not any. I don't really care. I'm just going to produce 1 video each week. Anyone watches it? That's fine. That's fine. No one watches it? That's fine too. Because I want to document all these fun, hilarious adventures that me and my mate go on to get these shots. And I just want to look back on it in the future and be like, wow, that was fun. I'm glad I did that. Subscribe if you want to. I don't mind. But I'm just going to say there's going to be some really good content coming in the future. So you might want to stay tuned. Because it's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun. So yeah. Thanks for watching anyway. I hope you enjoyed this video. And well, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.